Welcome to Crawl or No Crawl. This is Carolyn Holzman, and today is September 20th. Day 8 of the announced September Core update. And today is an observation day, so we are over here. And you're looking at the data log where I note when new content is launched, when the indexation request is made, which goes through the Google Indexing API, and then I track the bots to see if they crawl the new content and then how long it takes for new content to go through the indexation system. Now, the rollback that I was observing yesterday is back in place, meaning that it is now findable again by its keyword. And so that's kind of what this looks like is the reason the JavaScript, that's the complex one, the reason I'm saying that I found something today, and so that's why that's green. And I also found Monday's test page simple keyword. So I'll update that here shortly. So let's look at the bots real quick. And as you can see, it's a whole lot of nothing because yesterday was like a continued day of really, really low number of bots. Like this is low. Now, I'm wondering why so much nothing. And then I got to thinking about there's a big shakeup within the local, and they've updated the requirements for verification. And in doing so, I believe they've done it for a couple of reasons. So these are just my thoughts. Please understand, it's just based on seeing similar patterns, okay? So under the principle of only Google is allowed to make money on local, for various niches it's getting serious. You know, lead generation by sleight of hand has always been risky, and I believe it will continue to be so. The documentation that Google wants is the kind that a real business doing what they say they're doing has no problem providing. Okay? Number 2. We are entering shortly into Q4, which is like our favorite time of the year. Not. When Google tilts the table, and in order to maintain or grow revenue, businesses, small to medium size, might be looking at moving into paid ads. And they also make that hard too. So it's like frustration season. And I've also been pondering the helpful content update, which is over, but people have been sharing some information, and I happen to have seen how Google is bolding. Like if you ask specific question, not every question, but specific questions, Google bolds the answer to those questions in the SERP result. So I'm thinking, okay, they made a big deal about how helpful content was trying to help people have answers to questions. So that might have been something involved in the helpful content update. Not so much sentiment, but because we were thinking, I think at first affiliates, but the more I'm thinking about the question, I think this is related to the voice search and how voice assistants get quick answers. So it doesn't mean that it's the only way, because if you just start typing questions in, you'll see the types of questions that you'll see. But if you just type in any question, you might get that featured snippet at the top, or it might just be, handling that question like a regular, keyword match type thing. So anyway, that's fun. If you have a minute, you want to play around, you can kind of see what I mean. All right, well, subscribe to get the latest reports from the front line of new content indexation testing. Check out the latest Confessions of an SEO. It's a podcast. New episodes launch every Friday. Last week, the show was called Telling the Bees, talking about how do we manage clients and what do we tell them when Google does a Google. All right, well, that's it for today. Get back to work, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.